I was getting James Bond vibes from that. Dubstep pioneer Flux Pavilion is in Las Vegas for a show tonight. And before he takes the stage at Substance, he woke up early to join us on More. Thank you so much for that, Flux.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me.
How are you?
Good.
So
awake.
Yeah, awake, and we're happy to hear that. Was I on the nose with hearing James Bond? Was that intentional, or is that just how I'm interpreting things?
I reckon you're pretty close. So that's the opening of the album that we just finished.
Congrats, by the way.
And thank you. The idea was, that's kind of how we announced the album as well. And yeah, the idea is kind of like a moment of suspense.
Okay.
To kind of get things going.
Like a thriller.
Well, I kind of suppose with the music that I do, it's quite high energy. So we wanted to start the album by taking you from zero to high quite quickly. So it's literally 15 seconds of just like, you know, James Bond thriller type stuff so that you dive straight into it. So it's a good observation.
I like that. Thank you. Okay, describe dubstep for people who aren't with it.
It is a genre of dance music that is typically around 140 BPM. It's faster than house and it's slower than drum and bass.
Oh.
And it tends to be quite wild and outrageous. At least the stuff that I kind of do.
I like that.
It's all about kind of pushing boundaries and seeing what's possible and having fun, kind of thing.
Dubstep is really fun. You're taking over the stage at Substance tonight, and you just mentioned your new album. So talk to us about that and kind of all the work that went into it. And
so it's a collaboration with a guy called Dr. P, who 15 years ago, me and him started a record label, and that was kind of like the beginnings of Flux Pavilion. And then we sort of just went off and had our own careers effectively. And then just a couple of years ago, we realized we're like, we haven't done anything together in all this time. Like the whole kind of basis of our act was about our fun ideas, because we're just like kids basically, just teenagers who just wanted to throw some things together. So we were like, let's do that again, basically.
How fun.
So it's kind of the process of us not just reconnecting as artists, but reconnecting as friends. I hadn't spoken to him in years and years.
But you guys co-founded this record label together.
So it's the funny thing about music is you can have these really deep connections with people. Like there's people I've worked with that I have tracks with that have got millions of streams. I've never even met them.
That's crazy.
Because of the internet and the way things work.
Right.
So it's like we're so close, but kind of so distant.
Yeah.
And this album was us kind of like closing that gap and just like becoming friends again like we were teenagers.
Oh, I love that.
And then seeing what music was kind of generated in that exploration. Now,
were you guys sending each other the stuff back and forth, or were you actually in person together doing this?
Kind of a mixture of both.
Okay.
But the funnest thing with this is normally with on the computer, you have to like send someone the song and then they kind of have to like rebuild it, work on it a little bit, then they pack it down and send it back to you. Well, we kind of actually had online one unified project that I could work on, so I could work on it a little bit, press save, and on Sean's computer instantly it's all right there.
That's so cool. I love technology.
Which is kind of like most people will be like, yeah, that's pretty basic. But for me to be able to work that way and to be able to immediately, I could be on the phone and be like, try this, and then he's got it there straight away. It was immediate and fun.
Okay, Flux, well, we talked about technology for too long. We didn't even get into your show tonight at Substance. So as we pull up info on the screen right now, tell us what time we need to be there, and do we need tickets?
I think you will need tickets.
Okay.
It's not free.
Well, yeah, you got to get paid.
Yeah.
So, we do want to pay you for being here in town.
So buy all your friends tickets.
And if you don't get tickets, then you're going to have to fly to Miami to see him at the Ultra Music Festival. So thank you so much for waking up early with us, and
no worries.
Go get your tickets to see him tonight at Substance. You're sticking around because you're going to help us spin to win for charity in our Celebrity Spin Zone.
Sounds great.
All right. So hope you brought your luck this morning.
It's always with me.
Okay, good. All right, Jason, over to you.
I wish I could say it's not free. But
right?
It is free.
Our show is.
Yeah.